Welcome back to Battle Battalions.
Moving out.
Last time you learned the basics of how to play the game. Now we're going to take an in-depth look at making your company the best it can be. First up, enhancements. Now when I say enhancements, it's got nothing to do with any silicon. The enhancements tree can be found under the Battalions menu. This is where you'll unlock a lot of the stuff we're going to be talking about here. Perks, skills, loadout customizing, drones, etc. The enhancement tree is like a cookie jar full of sweet, sweet victory. Enhancements come in a few different types, and remember you're going to need credits and experience points for these, so get a few rounds in first. Some enhancements are unlocks, which will give you access to new loadouts, skills, drones, and other features. Take for example this drone switch ability that lets me change my drones inside of a match.
Do I smell fear?
There are direct upgrades for your units, such as boosting their health or damage. There's also perk unlocks. Getting these will let you use the perk in any company you have, so it's a good idea to get as many as you can if you want to have some options out there. Also, take note of training upgrades. These will increase the rewards you get per match, but they come with a penalty, increasing the supply cost of all the perks you bring into battle. Now you can't undo enhancements, so keep that in mind when you buy these. Sometimes you may just want to research them without buying, just to get further down the tree. Now I mentioned supply points, but what are supply points? These are a special currency that's required to bring perks into battle and use certain abilities. At the starting rank, each perk you bring into battle will cost you 5 supply points. Yup, each one. So 6 perks will cost you 30 supplies. In addition, you can use certain unlocked features in battle by spending supply points, like healing your units during a recall. The amount of supplies you have is shown in the top right of the depot, or above the mini-map in-game. You can get more by unlocking new enhancements, playing matches, or buying them from the store. You'll usually have plenty unless you get too crazy out there. Next up, loadouts. Your company will consist of a number of basic units, as well as a certain number of additional forces. If you have the Customize Auxiliaries ability from the enhancement tree, you can remove some of those extra forces and put different units in their place. Are you tired of your enforcers being hounded by the superior firepower of the Doom Runners? Remove a few men and replace them with a tank. Who's got the bigger gun now? Or maybe your guys get worn down over time and you want to get them back up to full strength without recalling. Nothing inspires a fighting man to keep going like those lovely ladies of healing, medics. There are limits though. You can only replace a certain point value worth of units. Each unit's point value is listed in the lower right corner of their icon. You can hold your mouse cursor over on a unit icon to get more information on that unit. Also, aside from the healing units, you can only add in units that you have unlocked. You can save up to 5 separate loadouts, which can be chosen from the match lobby before a fight, letting you choose which one will best help your enemies meet their untimely end. Perks. Perks are a set of equipable passive bonuses for your company. By default, a company only has 1 perk slot unlocked, but you can unlock up to 6 from the enhancement tree. Perks come in 8 flavors. There's damage resistance, which reduces damage if your units are in certain terrains. Defended from, which lowers the hurt of certain types of damage. speed, damage, and vision boosts, counters that make certain enemies significantly more perforated, healing or health boosts, and finally, reduced timer, also known as the cooldown reduction. One example of using perks is if you're finding you spend a lot of time fighting for capture points, as you should, you can pick up the counter objective perk and objective damage resistance. This will reduce the damage your units take while on a capture point and increase the damage they do to enemies who are on capture points. Simple as that. In addition, perks come with an activated ability that'll give you a short boost but will cost some supplies. Many of these are similar and will share a cooldown. You can mouse over a perk to see what it does. There are a lot of these, so you can customize your unit's strengths to match your playstyle. But pay attention. An infantry damage resistance ain't gonna do you no good if you put it on a tank. Also, like loadouts, you can save up to 6 separate configurations for your perks, and choose the one you like best from the match lobby. If you want your company running like a well-oiled machine, you'll need to choose the combination of loadout and perks that works best for you, while keeping in mind your strengths and weaknesses. To do that, you have a handy tool, the Company Overview. In this screen, you can see all the juicy details of your company, including any special traits, your weapon type, armor type, and how they compare to others. The green gun symbol means your weapons will work well against a unit. Yellow is so-so, and red means you'll barely scratch them. Likewise, the green shield means your armor will be strong against their weapons. Yellow so-so, and red means you better get the hell out of there. Remember these when you start customizing, and build to match your needs. Well, that about wraps it up. Remember that there's no one strategy or loadout that's the best, so try to find what's right for you. Pull it off and you'll be able to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their medics.
Okay, the other spot was better.
That's it for now, but thanks for watching, and if you like the video, feel free to comment, leave a like, or even subscribe. Bye now.
Good position.
Is that it? We done? Can I get back to blowing up things now? Yeah, you're welcome. Respawns? Ha! What a sissy idea. Back in my day, we didn't have no respawns. If you got shot, you just kept on fighting. Hell, you might ask for another, just to be all symmetrical like. I once knew this medic. Beautiful woman. I asked her out for dinner. She told me to hold still and stop bleeding on her. What do you mean, what about male medics? Who puts bandages on letters? Are you still here? You know, you could be playing the game right now. Do you think they'll make an extra big explodey perk? Just for bigger explosions. I'd like that. You know, this one time in boot camp, an enforcer climbed up onto a juggernaut tank, and then